has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Visit the newly remodeled Mid-South Lumber Hardware and Feed Store in Youngstown. They have a full line of plumbing, electrical, hardware, and tools for your DIY home projects, as well as lumber and animal feed. Now offering not only baby chicks and a full line of poultry supplies, but also bunnies and parakeets. They also carry a wide selection of Dublin wines and gourmet products so you don't have to drive to the beach. Come see us at Mid-South Lumber on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
What's in store at our national sales event? A lot. And this month at Panama City Toyota, get 3.99% APR on the super stylish Camry, plus 90 days until you make your first payment, and 3.99% on the impressive RAV4, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Get 2.99% on the ruggedly refined Tacoma, or get 1.99% on the hardworking Tundra. Let's put you in the driver's seat at Panama City Toyota.
Offer expires September 2nd. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
Krispy Kreme Donuts has whipped up a little magic for Harry Potter fans. A donut collection inspired by the House of Hogwarts, the Sorting Hat, and a shimmering golden latte. The Harry Potter collection now available for a limited time at Krispy Kreme Donuts in front of HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Krispy Kreme Donuts since 1937, where you get them hot.
WGSX Lynn Haven, W Field Q Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida. And now, the Gulf Coast's newest sports talk host.
Hey, there's the new guy.
Paul Wilson.
I'm sick and tired of carrying all the weight.
Paul is your pipeline to the heart of the action. Hot takes, big reactions, and your calls are incoming.
The product on the field is pathetic.
The Sports Blitz on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
See you.
It's Friday. You know what time it is. It's time for the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're so glad we made it to Friday. We're so glad that you've decided to join us here, and we're having some fun, no doubt. As always on Friday, got my friends in the building. Let's see who we got. We got Chef E. Ross. How you doing, Chef-er?
Living the dream.
Oh, man, got the Brewers. The Brewers laboring through this Labor Day weekend, are you?
Yep.
Awesome. That sounds good. And as always on a Friday, wearing the purple today.
Yep.
Good old purple. We'll call you LSU Jeff.
Okay.
Oh, man, you get some transactions going on. So, you know, Jeff, you said yesterday that you were going to be doing some stuff after work. So how's it going? How did you went speed dating, right?
Yeah, I went speed dating.
So how did it go?
It's nothing too serious or anything like that. I think a lot of people have this idea of what they think it is, and then they show up and, you know, it's pretty relaxed and all that, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, again, I don't remember what you said the last time, but do like hit a buzzer?
Oh, no.
It's a move.
But the girl who's running the show, she's funny. She said, Jeff, did you bring a rose? Like it was the Bachelor.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like, I'll give you the rose. I'll give you the rose.
Okay. Well, maybe she was hitting at something.
Yeah, whatever.
Ross, are you married?
I am not.
Okay. Well, why don't you take Ross with you next time?
I'm not going on a date with you, Jeff. There was like 3 more girls than guys.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I don't want to say it's always like that.
Wow.
It's just weird like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a local area, like a restaurant or something, or a bar?
No. We went, there was like, like those little, I don't say call it a community center, but like,
The bingo hall?
Yeah. No. It's like a little, this guy lives at a place in the Cove, and it's a bunch of apartments, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they have like a community room.
Oh, okay.
For free.
Yeah, that's cool.
And a little kitchenette area and all that. And so it was there, and there was, everybody's pretty chill and everything. It's not like what's good. I hope this never would happen. Is that guys can sometimes get a little territorial or toxic.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't happen with this group, which is great. I think it's good.
Every time I hear you say toxic, I think of LSU fans. I just do. Hey, and let's don't forget, as always on Fridays as well, in the glass bubble, our guy, Bone Crusher. How you doing, Bone Crusher?
I'm good, but Jeff's been eliminated.
Oh, man, you got to go. Now, guys, we have some breaking news for today. All right?
He broke it.
So,
I didn't break it today.
He broke it.
We've got to know, we're going to do a contest on the air today. So, we're going to be giving away with calling on the Red 70s phone line, 850-215-6290. They had some communication trouble this morning on the first show to give them away. And so we are going to give away the Florida Gators home opener on this show today. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep talking about it. And then what we'll do is we'll have an opportunity for everybody to call in, and we'll let you know later on in the show. It'll be after 4:20. It's going to be after 4:20. Right, so I don't know if it's going to be 4:25 or it could be 5 o'clock. It just depends. And what we're going to do is we're going to take caller, and we'll pick the caller. And what we'll do is we'll have free tickets in Gainesville to the Florida Gators tomorrow. So your plans for the weekend just got a lot better, and it's Labor Day weekend. So either way, you're off on Sunday already. You're off on Monday. So there you go. So you guys got any big plans going on this weekend?
I heard we're taking caller number Chef Ross.
Oh, man. So Chef's trying to get up on there. We're going to give 2 tickets away. Now, if you are a single female and you'd like to go to the game with Ross, that might be something we can arrange. But either way, we're going to give those tickets away.
Do you have to work this weekend, Ross?
I'm supposed to work tomorrow, but I think I might be sick.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah. But I know that Jeff, unfortunately, he has to work, and he has to work on Monday as well.
Yeah, and a lot of the planes that were coming in today, they were all like, oh, yeah, we're leaving on Monday. Next one, we're leaving on Monday. And it's like, oh, my goodness, Monday is going to be just crazy at the airport.
Yeah, so, and just make sure you ask them to pay you double time. I mean, that's only right. On Labor Day, you're working on Labor Day. So, I mean, kind of makes sense.
I found out today I'm off Monday.
There you go.
I'm usually working Monday, and I kind of wanted to. It was double time, but I still get 8 hours for not showing up.
Exactly.
Well, and that's good. Now, if you want to call in, you can call in 850-215-6290. Also, don't forget, this is separate than that. We have tickets to every single Jacksonville Jaguars home game this season. Grab a pair of tickets for the Jaguars versus the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. That's not this Sunday, but next Sunday, September the 7th. Text the keyword Jacksonville. Make sure you spell it right. 850-215-6290 for a chance to win. You can enter once, and then the winner will be selected and notified on Tuesday's show, September the 2nd. So next Tuesday, we're going to be giving away the tickets. So don't forget that. And also, want to make another quick announcement. Maybe you just checked in. Maybe you just started listening. We're giving away Florida Gators home opener tomorrow. We're giving those away today on the show. We're going to need you to call in, and we will take that caller. Whenever we tell you to call in, that'll be when you call in. We'll give you about a 20-minute span so that we can get a caller and reward you with some Florida Gator tickets. Now, last night we had Major League Baseball. Obviously, we're a Braves station, but the Braves took it on the chin. Now, we're going to have to look that up.
And other body parts.
We need to look it up because it's really bad. It was 19-4 last night. I mean, just a debacle. Now, during that was Kyle Schwarber, who we had talked about him on Monday, if you remember, because the big dumper was at 50 on this week, on Monday, actually. And he hasn't hit one all week. Schwarber was at 45 to start the week. Kyle Schwarber, last night, 4 for 6, 9 RBIs, 4 home runs. It's the third time this year that they've had 4 home runs in one game. And so the deal is he's got 49 home runs and 119 RBIs. He's leading the league in RBIs.
So it's harder for Cal to catch him on RBIs because he just got 9 last night. I mean, if you're getting before he had like 109 in 132 games, and you get 9 in one game.
Yeah,
I mean that's unreal.
Yeah, and that's
Cal's. They're separate leagues too, though. So let's put that. So Cal's not chasing him.
Are you trying to divide?
Cal's chasing Aaron Judge in RBIs, if I remember right.
What does it matter if he's American League or National League? They play the same amount of games.
They do play the same amount of games, but stats are different. You have the American League leader and the National League leader. You don't have the Major League leader.
Well, when you're looking at MVP
in anything
for the whole
MVP
league,
is
for the whole league,
both American and National.
You don't have a
Major League.
You don't have a Major League Baseball MVP.
No, you have an American League MVP and a National League MVP.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So that's a crime because NFL has an MVP.
Yeah.
That's what. Are they back? How far behind are they? Are they living in 50s?
Yeah. And
they should have an MVP for the whole league.
Yeah, but you got to think, baseball is really behind in everything. If you look at Major League Baseball, they're the only league out of the basketball, baseball, and football that doesn't have a salary cap either. So that's the whole deal with everybody, even like old commissioners. Bud Selig came out and said that.
Basketball is not a hard salary. NFL is the only one with a hard salary cap.
But they still have a salary cap.
I think baseball still has the luxury tax thing.
What about revenue sharing? Is that just baseball?
Just baseball.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's why it's a big deal. That's why they butt heads so much.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, it's going to be harder for for Kyle Riley to catch Schwarber because of. And the thing is I think if you look at the Phillies, they've got a better team too, than the Mariners for sure.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Yankees because
I'm just talking about
on the MVP race we weren't comparing to Schwarber. We were talking about Judge.
Well, he was 4 home runs behind. He was only leading in RBIs. That's it. That was the only thing Schwarber's leading in was RBIs. And every other offensive category except for home runs was Aaron Judge. That was the whole reason behind me saying he was going to be the MVP.
So now Judge is like 3rd or 4th in home runs.
He's 4th,
But he missed some games.
But
again, the MVP race is between Rowley and Judge. Schwarber and Ohtani on the other side.
Right.
Oh, okay. So again, he's dividing it. I don't want to think about it as like
we're arguing who the MVP is.
Yeah.
That's who the race is.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Seattle, Yankees, AL.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So Schwarber's performance last night has nothing to do with Cal Raleigh MVP.
Yeah.
It just has something to do with leading the league in home runs, leading the whole Major League Baseball in home runs. Home run, to be called the home run king, and then also the RBI king because people still look at those records or, as far as things to lead the whole league in.
Do you think the batting average... It used to be more.
Doesn't matter.
It used to be more important in the 80s and I'd say early 90s, definitely the 80s. But now you have all these other numbers.
Yeah, and batting average, obviously you're right. And I started looking into it in depth a little bit. Batting average it's built into some of the other numbers that they're giving.
Yeah.
And so it kind of like they didn't take it away, but they just kind of added it to the other number. You know what I don't like? I don't like the slugging percentage because a guy can get out there and hit a bunch of singles, and his slugging percentage is going to be garbage compared to a guy that'll get up there and strike out 5 times but hit 3 home runs, and his slugging percentage will be out the roof.
Small ball.
Yeah, and I like small ball because I don't like strikeouts. I hate strikeouts. It makes me mad, and we've had 8 people for the average here lately for the last month since we've been here for the month. that's averaged hitting 300 or more in the whole entire Major League Baseball. 8 people out of all those. And a bunch of them are at like 300, 301, 304, 303. And that's crazy. But, you know, when we think about it, is it really because of the way I know they don't do the shift all the way like they used to, where they can bring the shortstop and put him in right field almost and put the second baseman over here. But you can go all the way to the base. You can go all the way to second base, both sides, to shade. Do you believe it's because of that?
No.
Or why do you believe it?
I believe for a fact that strikeouts don't matter. So therefore, with 2 strikes, you're not going to choke up. You're not going to play a defensive swing. You're still swinging for the fence.
Why does it not matter, though? When you say you're like, it don't matter. Well, why?
I don't know what changed other than the Tom Glavine and Greg Maddux commercial in, what was it, 99? Chicks take the long ball.
Yeah, I mean, but really.
But somewhere where the computer heads decided that slugging percentage is more important than batting average. So it's okay to strike out if you hit the 3-run home run. It's okay to strike out 4 times if you hit 5 home runs your other at-bats.
Yeah.
But getting to first base is a detriment because you're plugging up bases and easier for the defense to get into a double play.
Yeah, and
I don't agree. We're a bunch of old guys at the table that say strikeouts are bad. Hit it where they ain't.
Right. But it's harder when it's coming in harder. So a lot of people are saying that the pitching's harder, the harder to hit. But to me, those guys that can locate, those guys that have a lot of movement on their ball, those are the guys that can get you out and make you foul the ball off a lot and all that.
Because pitchers aren't locating like Greg Maddux was, or like the pitchers were back in the day. Pitchers are out there throwing as hard as they can, as fast as they can, getting as many rotations on the baseball as possible. They don't care about on the black.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you look at it, that's really where everybody's trying to do. Everybody is trying to hit the ball out of the park. Exit velocity matters. All of those things matter. But the fact of it is that everybody can't hit home runs. And the other deal is that if everybody was hitting home runs, then there would be more home runs than ever before. And I don't believe there are, even though we look at them as, there's more people hitting, some home runs, like the higher groups. But, everybody's not hitting a home run every time. You still need those guys to get on base so that you can knock them in.
Well, y'all going to disagree with this viewpoint, but this is why I'm completely against expansion, is that instead of having, let's say for basketball, instead of having the top, 250 players, you've now got like the top 300 players because you've added these teams over time. And so it's kind of like in the 80s, it was more impressive because they were constantly playing the top players all the time where, you're playing the 250th through the 300th best players in the league.
Yeah.
And I think that, it's stat padding.
Yeah.
And it's in every sport. It's in baseball.
It is.
They are hitting more home runs than they did back in the 80s.
Yeah, because there's more teams.
Because there's more teams. And, the quality of that second level or third level, whatever you want to call it, is definitely, you're playing them. And these are guys in the 80s that would have been in the minor leagues. I grew up with 28 NFL teams, and now there's 32. And if they add another 2, I don't know.
And you make a great point. How many teams have a superstar and they do exactly what you're talking about, especially in basketball? You go watch a team play that's got one superstar and he scores 30 or 40 points, but they lose by 20 every single night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That seems like the thing. That seems like that's exactly what's happening. And you know what happens? What happens is people, as the bigger teams come in and just chomp up all the stars. That's what they do in baseball, basketball, football, all of that, because that's what they do. And they make, we need more teams. We need more teams. We need this city, this city, this city. And you're right. I agree with you. I agree with you. They're stacking the league.
They do it and they do it in every sport. They do it in bowling. They get all the best players from a bunch of teams and they put them on one team.
Bowling.
Are we talking bowling now?
All sports.
I've never heard of bowling. Stacking teams on bowling.
They sandbag. I mean, it's crazy. Have you ever played league bowling?
No.
Oh yeah, they stack a team. And I play darts. I don't know if you know about that. I don't play anymore, but I have a bunch of City Cup. I've won a lot of money.
What's that mean?
I was a professional dart player. Basically.
Really?
Yeah. I've won money over time. But anyway, I played in tournaments and everything. But anyway, there would be these guys would get together and they play against each other and all that. And they're like, hey, come join our team because your team is,
right.
either not as good, you're not getting city cups, and they talk them into it, like, yeah, and they all become friends. And so now it happens. I mean, Rodman to the Bulls.
Yeah.
That was stacking it up a little bit. And then when Kobe and Shaq got Peyton and Malone, and that 1 year when they lost to the Pistons, I was happy.
Yeah, because
I was so happy.
Yeah, because they didn't stack.
They stacked them, and then and then LeBron does it later on, and it's like, well, how can you hate him? He's just doing what other teams did.
But so did Kevin Garnett and that group. Paul Pierce.
The Celtics.
Yeah, they got it.
They did it.
Super team.
I mean, look at Kevin Durant went to the Golden State.
Yeah, that's what happens with them. And baseball's the same way.
Yeah,
they're bringing the new guys together and all that.
Do you think the Phillies were on the cusp before they got Bryce Harper?
No.
So okay.
No, I don't. I don't think so. I mean, if you were to take Bryce Harper out and put just a regular guy in there, I mean, they might still be okay. But you would find like people like Schwarber, Trey Turner, they'd be pitching around them because, you got Turner, Schwarber, Bryce all back to back to back. So you can't really pitch around anybody in that line. Yeah,
I know. That's just the funniest thing when you see somebody get, an intentional walk or two of them. And then the next guy comes up and he's like, crank. And it's like, what did you just do?
And that's the thing. If you look at Barry Bonds over the time where he was playing with the Giants, they wasn't winning ball games realistically. And then if you look, he had 245 walks in 1 year. And it's just like, what insane. In the world? And they were intentional walks. I mean, you know what I mean? They wouldn't pitch to him. And was the deal.
That's like 1.5 per game.
Yeah. I mean, he was just getting walked all the time. So, and because you really can't in that time, you didn't have anybody else there. I mean, you could walk him, and then you got Jeff Kent. You know what I mean?
So when we're talking expansion, baseball obviously is the next one to do it, right?
Yeah.
Do y'all? Because there's been people who say Nashville and Portland. Yeah. People throwing Charlotte around.
Yeah. No.
And then even Mexico City.
No. Mexico City, no. Charlotte, no. The only possible thing to me would be Nashville. That would be it.
They got no Portland, not
Portland.
two. Oh, so only one.
I would think one. They're going to push. They're going to push two.
Oh, they're going to push.
But I'm saying the only one that's going to be the major league. They'd have to get Stars.
Or Salt Lake City.
They'd have to. That might be one, but I'm just saying like the only thing about Nashville is like it's an up and coming city. Plus, you got all the Tennessee Volunteer fans there that go to the baseball games already in that area. So Vanderbilt's really strong. Tennessee's really strong. So if you look at that state as far as baseball goes, there's a strong state of baseball.
I don't want to see Nashville.
Yeah, I'd rather see Nashville.
Indianapolis,
I don't want to see Nashville.
No.
Omaha.
The Brewer AAA team is the Nashville Sound. I don't want to see Nashville go to the MLB expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, who would you like to be the AAA for Brewers then?
I like them in Nashville. I like the Nashville Sound.
Yeah, but if they were not going to be in Nashville because they got a Major League Baseball team, are we talking like Duluth?
No. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Micah Parsons or college football or the NFL.
All of it.
You're listening to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
More professional better.
Taking your hot takes, rants, and takedowns. Let's hear it on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has your chance to win tickets to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He just kicked a 70-yard field.
Text to win a pair of tickets to watch Jacksonville's home opener. It's Jaguars versus Texans, Sunday, September 7th. Text the keyword Jacksonville to 850-215-6290. Text Jacksonville to 850-215-6290. Good luck from your radio home for the NFL. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Friday. The remainder of the day, a likelihood of thunderstorms and mostly clouds, and 86 with a light breeze out of the north at 7 miles per hour. Tonight, a likelihood of thunderstorms and some clouds with lows around 74. Tomorrow, partly cloudy in the morning followed by likely thunderstorms and a temperature near 82. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your NFL and college football headquarters is Dak Cajun Place. With 27 TVs, you won't miss a play or a game. Score 50-cent wings during live games every Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 50-cent wings and $5 pitchers during live games only at Dak Cajun Place. LSU and Saints fans, wear your team colors and get free Jell-O shots when LSU or the Saints score. Plus brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2 with $3 mimosas. Game like a local at Dak Cajun Place.
Tired of flipping through channels and finding nothing good? Introducing Scorpion TV. Over 5,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch 400 local network channels from Panama City and most markets throughout the country. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. It's more than sports. Scorpion TV offers premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Starz, 200 plus entertainment and news networks, or watch thousands of movies on demand, all for just $45 a month when you use the ESPN NW promo code at checkout. Watch on up to 5 devices at the same time. Perfect for sharing with family and friends. Scorpion TV gives you everything you want for less. Cut the cord, not the fun. To score Scorpion TV, go to ESPNPC.com and click on the Scorpion TV logo. Don't forget our promo code ESPNNW.
Transmitting from the CBC Construction Studio. Can you take the hits? Here comes the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
We are back here on this Friday. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. You can call the Red 7T's phone line. You can text the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. We are hanging out here on a Friday. You know, guys, it's been a great week. This has been a wonderful week. We've had so much going on with everything. You've got college football starting. You've got NFL still playing, and they had all of their stuff that is going on with football. And then you even have baseball news and college baseball news. Before coming on today,
the Gators coach.
Yes, the Gators coach has been suspended. He self-suspended himself, though. Don't think it wasn't NCAA. He's a self-suspender. That's by Florida. The Florida team has suspended their coach for the first 3 ball games of the season for the way he acted in Conway, South Carolina. So against the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, and he had an outburst out there, so they gave him 3 games off.
Well,
you remember that?
Yeah, but it wasn't the team that it was against. It was the groundskeeper and then the coach. But it had nothing to do with the team. Actually, they weren't even playing Coastal that day. They were playing.
They were in Coastal. They were playing somebody else.
They were playing someone else. They were playing the 3rd seed in that regional.
Was it the game before went longer, or something happened in there?
No, there was lightning that delayed the game by 1 hour. So instead of 11 o'clock start, is 12 o'clock start approximately, whatever it was. But nobody told him. He didn't know.
Yeah, he had no idea.
So when he's like, "You're taking away my hour of prep before the game," that's when he went off. Because, look, I don't know if y'all played sports, right?
Yeah.
Man, to warm up and everything?
It's different now.
Why?
It's so different now. Back in the day, you would throw bullpen, you would do, get ready, you'd be throwing. Now there's a regimen that they do. I mean, from bands to weighted balls to they've got new technology. What they're doing, they get
a regimen.
It's a whole thing that they have to do with their personal trainers and with the team trainers
and diet and timing, timing of the diet and everything.
How much of that needs to be done on the field, and how much of that that can be done like in the cages and under the tunnels and.
Well, that's the problem when you go to a facility like, say, the Chanticleers, because they're not a huge program, so they don't have the huge other fields or where you can go in and do. They've got a nice complex, don't get me wrong, and the field's really nice, but most of them get on the field. Most of them, they do. Even if you're playing second base, shortstop, third base, outfield, they're going through a regimen that they always do. And it's like they put a program out there and they have to do it the same way every time. And it's a big deal. I don't know, because like if you ever seen Paul Skeens' workout before he actually pitches, it's crazy. He throws a football, he throws weighted balls, he throws a softball. He's got this water jug that he puts on his shoulders that he uses. He uses bands, and all of this is like timed. And he's got somebody standing there with him, and they're going through it all. And I mean, he's working up a sweat, and that's all the way through.
And this routine that they go through,
speed dating right there.
No, it's not. This routine that they go through is it's the most superstitious sport.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. That's what I was.
So they get out of the routine. They're like, no, like they don't even know how to act. It's almost like what is it when you have OCD?
Yeah. Well, this is the other thing too now, and this is going to kind of peel back the layers of how I'm kind of wired as well, which, you know, when we're preparing for the show, whenever I send you guys the schedule and the things that we're going to talk about to have you guys ready for what we're going to do, when something doesn't go right, when a microphone isn't working right, when, you know, it's not on Facebook or something like that is not going right, me as being, you know, in charge and kind of making sure that
the conductor, man.
Trying to make it go, it's aggravating. It makes you mad. It makes you like, gosh, get it working. Let's go. And you see that with the head coach, so you can imagine. And he might have handled it the wrong way with the people that he was talking to, because it was the grounds crew. They were just there doing their job. Yeah. And you can sit back and say, oh, well, he's just a, you know, lunatic acting like a crazy. But no, he's trying to win. He's trying to get his team ready to win. And there's things that they do. And like you said, he didn't know what was going on.
And how big of a deal is that first 3-game series anyway? That's not going to keep them out of the postseason. That's probably against some sort of cupcake. So suspending him for the first 3 games?
You're talking about next year. Yeah. I mean, okay, fine. But, and they did that.
It's the same thing with the Coastal Carolina coach for getting thrown out of, now it was a big deal getting thrown out of that game if they would have won.
Right.
Because then he would have been suspended for the final game of the World Series.
Right.
That's a big deal. Missing the first 2 games of next year, not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not. But there again, you don't like to miss. You don't like to be without your team. You don't want to have that. But I think they did the right thing. I think they did right by him by doing this, and, you know, him being like apologetic.
They're getting ahead of it.
Yeah, they're just going to get ahead of it. I don't know if
I don't think the NCAA was going to come down on him for anything.
They might have done something.
Maybe
they might have done something. They might have suspended him probably the same amount of time. I think they just kind of, what you said, got ahead of it and just kind of moved on.
Like
with
the
it.
Ray Rice at the Ravens.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you wait and see. I mean, because if you look at it, the NCAA is crazy now. I mean, the way they allowed all of this stuff to happen, whether you liked it or you didn't like the way they punished Michigan, you got to say that the NCAA, you really don't know what they're going to do. It could be the worst case compared to the least case. You don't really know what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think there's been more suspensions in NFL and more arguments about how much somebody should have got suspended and by NFL players.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that is because a lot of times the teams are dealing with the players because they're college kids instead of the grown-ups and them being out, you know, because even though we live in an era where the NIL is prevalent, where there's almost like it's a free agency going on in college football, the coach still has somewhat of control over what the kids are doing. Whereas the NFL, you have things that you know, are told, but it's up to you to get there. It's up to you to be there. It's up to you to be on time. You know, missing practice, being late for practice, doing all those things like that. Really, in college, you don't hear about it as much. You still hear about it with the social media guys, but like it doesn't make national news. But like, say if, the running back for the Chicago Bears, he misses, practice because he was out at the club in Las Vegas the night before, you're going to hear about it because, number one, there's going to be cell phones out, and then also they're going to be looking for him whenever they take their first reps, and then it's going to hit, Sports Center or whatever. So, I mean, when you look at it, that's really where we are. You got to get in front of it because if you don't get in front of it, it'll get on you. And it'll get on you quick. So
imagine the Bulls in the 90s living in today's social media world.
Woo! With Rodman?
With Rodman, Jordan, Pippen.
Oh, yeah. Jordan was playing golf and betting and
spending a lot of time in Vegas on days off.
They did have stuff in today's news about Pete Rose.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that.
Yeah, the FBI released more documents on his gambling in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It didn't hit,
but not
it didn't hit late. So, I mean, it didn't hit real big. So I didn't never see it.
It's on the main page of ESPN.
Is it now?
Yeah.
When did it hit?
I don't know, sometime today.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting on it all day long, but it's on the main page. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, is it?
Yeah, because I was thinking about the Jordan, bets and all that. Because, I mean, look at it. The documentary where he's just doing those quarters against the wall. I mean, it's just so crazy. He was such a competitor. He was intense.
Did y'all ever do that growing up? Lagging against the wall?
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
You either?
Never.
Well, you're from the north, so I imagine they don't do that kind of stuff. We did that all the time. What are you talking about? You take you step back from the wall, and it's called lagging. And the person that gets closest to the wall with the quarter is the person that wins. And that's how, I mean, that was our craps growing up.
he was rich. He could afford a quarter.
Hey, man.
He had quarters to spend.
It sounds crazy, but we had a few games, and it's like playground type stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah, four squares and yeah. You remember playing four squares?
Four square,
yeah. So where you had four squares and you had a soccer ball and you would try and spin the ball and make somebody else miss catching the ball.
Y'all played it where you caught it?
Yeah, you have to catch the ball.
Where you hit it.
See, we played where you hit it. Where you hit the ball.
No. We were catching it and then we would throw it somewhere else.
Yeah. No, I didn't know. So, yeah.
Yeah, we were doing that.
Really?
A lot more sophisticated than jailbreak.
Yeah. So, guys, let's look back real quick at the National League wild card. So we got to look at it because we got to think that the Mets have turned it around, and then the Phillies, they get to play the Braves. I hate saying that because my Braves are not playing good. So the Phillies, the Braves, and then you got the Mets, they're coming in. And then when you look at the American League, which wild card to you do you believe is going to be the shocker of the group? Do you believe that how it sits right now is how it's going to end up? Or do you believe there's going to be one of those teams? Is it going to be the Royals? Is it going to be the Reds? Are they going to get in somehow?
I'm still afraid of Terry Francona and the Reds.
So you still think that the Reds could probably get in? And you think they're going to take the Mariners spot, right?
No, they're not going to take the Mariners spot. They'd take whoever's 3 in the National League. So is it the...
no, that's right.
You mean the Mets are the 6 right now.
Yeah,
so the Reds are the 7 right now.
Yeah.
So they're going to take the Mets.
So you're thinking that the Reds are going to take the Mets.
I'm just afraid of the Reds. They have deep pitching.
So
Terry Francona is a very proven manager.
That blows my mind because the East, if the Phillies are the only team out of the East and the Cubs, Brewers, and Reds make it in, that blows my mind. I can't even say it's not that I just could not see that coming. I still would be in disbelief right now as we're talking.
I'd love to see the Cubs implode.
Well, yeah, he hates the Cubs. I hate the Yankees.
Yeah,
I hate the Yankees too. But I'd love.
We're not going there.
Yeah,
but let me see.
My perfect world is.
So no, I'm sticking with the 6s. The Mets and who's the 6 in
Mariners. The Mariners.
The Mariners right now, yeah, because the Yankees moved up.
And it's the Royals. The Royals
are out and the Reds are out. That's how I feel. What about you?
You think that the Royals and the Reds, you think how it sits right now is how it's going to be?
Exactly.
Well, see, I don't. I think
that this is an exciting race.
See,
I think there are great teams in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. I just think that the race is not on like it should be.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this.
Could be.
One of our Facebook listeners, they said that when they were in school, they used to flip quarters, and you flip the quarter and you flip tails. Now, if I flip tails, I get your quarter, but if it flips heads, you get it. So that's what they used to do. So basically, heads or tails, you call it in the air, it's going to be heads. Boom, it lands its heads. I get your quarter.
That's less talent than rock, paper, scissors.
Right, but you got a 50-50 shot. But I mean,
tails never fails.
But you got people, you got millions of people this weekend. All right? Focus right now with me.
Yeah.
So you said that's ridiculous, right? Heads or tails type thing.
Oh no. That's not ridiculous, but we didn't play that.
So think about this.
Yeah.
You've got millions of people that are going to be in a casino this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And all they're going to do is bet red
or black.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's actually way worse than that because roulette's my game. That's basically 99% of what I play when I go to the casino. And I do play on the outside. Most people playing on the inside. Just think of it. There are 38 numbers. It's not just 1 through 36. You have 0 and double zero.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You have 38 numbers. And a person's putting all their chips on one number, 1 out of 38 shot. And they do it over and over and over again. I mean, it's way worse than just the 50% shot. It's 1 out of 38. You're not even a 3% chance.
Yeah.
Worse than that.
But you've got 50% chance every single time if you go black or red.
Actually, it's like 47 point something.
Because of the
zeros or green.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make an argument, but you're right. Yeah.
Your payout's a lot bigger, though, when your number hits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because there's such a bad opportunity.
36 or 35 to 1, something like that, the payoff is. But it's huge because when people losing, and then boom, they get that one hit and they're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
And then they start tipping the dealer and everything and they think that they're rich. And it's like, no, you just broke even.
Yeah. No, and that's, when you look at it, that's exactly how
that's what
they
happens.
are. Yeah.
I watched one person play the back lines where it's 2/3 to win. She would play 2 out of the 3, go, I'm winning every hand. I'm like, no, you're breaking even every hand.
Yeah. Well, you know what, guys? I'm so excited because when we come back from the break, we are going to have a national football champion on the line with us talking Alabama football. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Now.
This is Touchstone Service.
The Red 70s studio line is open.
Demonstrate how to make a call with your dial telephone.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. Kevin Stefanski's a hell of a coach. He knows more than you do about offense. He has announced that Joe Flacco will start against the Rams. Dylan Gabriel is the backup. Shedeur Sanders is third. Dylan Gabriel's a much more kind of centered, serious kid, and Shedeur is third.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 1.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
Taco Bell is now on DoorDash in Port St. Joe. That's right, you can enjoy craveable tacos, burritos, and more delivered right to your door. Craving a late night snack? Taco Bell in Port St. Joe has you covered. Open until 1, 7 days a week. Plus, start your day off with their delicious breakfast menu. Available until 10 a.m. Taco Bell, where the craveable comes true. Taco Bell, now on DoorDash in Port St. Joe.
Go Tiger Sharks.
Signworks, a business serving businesses since 1985. Everything from signs and banners, vehicles and boats, magnetic and real estate signs, contractor signs, and much more. Signworks can do large format, full color printing too. Signworks, a real professional in the business world. Call Signworks at 785-8899. Signworks, 850-785-8899.
Now, We're live and local inside the CBC Construction Studios. If you have a problem with our hot takes, call us and say it to our face.
10 years from now, I'll be making a difference in this world while you'll be sitting there getting your diaper changed by your nurse.
The Sports Blitz is on the air. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're so glad that you've joined us today. You can call in, you can text in the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. We're so excited. Here in the studio, we are going into the college football season. Obviously, we had games last night, but now we are getting deep into it, and this week is pretty awesome, and I'm so happy to have my friend, and you know what? I'm going to say it, national champion, the 1992 Alabama Crimson Tide, the starting fullback, Mr. Martin Houston. Martin, are you with us today, my friend?
I am with you. Glad to be in with you, Paul. Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Roll Tide. I remember as a kid, now I'm not trying to make you feel old. I remember as a kid listening to Eli Gold call the 92 championship game. And Martin, it was amazing to me because us Alabama fans, we knew what we had on defense. We knew the running game that we had. And we knew exactly what we had coming into that game. And they wore all the stuff. They wore their camouflage, and they talked their noise down on Bourbon Street. But I remember Coach Stallings just had you guys quiet, and y'all were poised, and y'all let them have it on that night. And it was a great night.
Absolutely. You know, what's funny, Paul, is the people were like, well, if Alabama can't run the ball, they're not going to be able to beat Miami. And I'm like, have you watched this for the last 2 years? If we couldn't run the ball, we wouldn't beat anyone. So, and I think that night our quarterback, I love Jay, good friend, but we had 18 passing yards and won the national championship. So it proved out that we were able to run the ball.
Yeah, and I just remember it because that was the first one for me as a kid, and so I was just so excited because we had all those bad years and with this team just being star-studded, all of you guys on there. And actually, I've been just talking with George Teague lately, and he's going to be coming on soon as well, but he's in the middle of his football coaching right now for his high school team. But one of my guys here, we call him LSU Jeff. He was actually at that game, and so he wanted to talk to you a little bit about that for just a second as well.
Well, I mean, I was actually a student at LSU, and that's the only national championship in football I've ever been to was the Hurricanes and Bama. And those Hurricane fans, they had won the year before. They were rolling in thinking,
2 years before.
not 2 years in a row. No, they just won in 91 because in 1990 was Colorado and Georgia Tech had the split. Yeah. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember that year because I don't know if you remember that year, but Ismail was the return man for Notre Dame, and Colorado was playing in the bowl game, and they had a hold called, and the play got called back. And so Colorado ended up beating Notre Dame and ended up being a shared title. But anyway, Gino Toretto's Heisman Trophy winner, 92, right? They're defending national champs. They went in there and they just thought, oh, man, we got this under wraps. And this is Alabama, you know? Yeah. Then Bear Bryant's gone, you know? and what y'all just shut them up.
Big time.
And you know what? The whole SEC was really cheering y'all on. That was the first year of the SEC championship.
Yes, it was. It was a crazy year. You know, we had won, I think, going into that game, we had won 22 in a row, dating back to losing to Florida 35-0 on national television. Wow. And then we went on a 28-game win streak, kind of crazy to think about. But, yeah, Miami was so full, as the young people say. And, you know, and they had a right to be. That's not, sugarcoated. They were, at that time, they were the dynasty. You know, They had won quite a few in that, that 10-year window since, the 80s and heading into the 90s. They were the dominant program. Yeah. But it was interesting. That's why people, you can't just watch football. You have to watch matchups. And they ran a 4-3 defense, which had contained defensive ends that run up the field. Well, we were a downhill running team that ran right into that. And so they had 3 All-American linebackers, 3 first-round linebackers, and people come to me and say, man, what are you going to do that have those 3 linebackers? And that's going to be the best 3 you play, which ironically that year La Tech had the best 3 I played against my entire career. That was crazy. They also had Willie Rolfe on that team, but that's another story. But in that game, my response was always, yep, their linebackers are like Corvettes, and I'm an 18-wheeler, and as long as I don't have to chase them and I'm going downhill, the Corvette doesn't stand a chance. So, and that's what we did. We just went downhill all night, running into what was natural lanes. But if you had watched us play earlier that year against the likes of Tennessee and others who ran that same defense,
LSU.
Our run game, LSU, I wasn't going to say that, but we had that type of success, all year. And that's why I think we were so quiet. We had watched a lot of film, saw some great opportunities, and had seen some weaknesses in that team that not only were they weaknesses, but they were weaknesses that fed our strengths at that time.
Yeah. Now we're talking with Martin Houston here on the Sports Blitz. Martin, you've got your own show as well. It's called Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier. And you dive into a lot of the current Alabama football stuff. Now, everybody's wanting to know, I know that it's been out there for a while now that Ty Simpson is the quarterback, and everybody's talking good about him. Coach Saban come out and said some things about him today. And what do you think about him? He's been with the program, he's been there, he's learned, and, he's kind of waited his turn, and now he's getting his opportunity. How do you feel about him coming into the season?
Well, I don't want to underestimate how important he waited his turn. So that speaks to the character and commitment side of it, which is important. And I think that makes this his team, which is mission critical. I believe the guys will play for him. Number 2 is, I have a really, really high ceiling for Ty. And when I came out with it, saying that, I think he could eclipse with this offense with Grubb and DeBoer, he could eclipse the 4,000-yard total. But that's with me thinking that this team has the potential to make a deep run. When you say that, people go, well, it's 12 games. Well, I'm talking about for his, they count postseason stats now. So 4,000 yards really is only a couple hundred yards, a little over a couple hundred yards a game if you make it to the semifinals or the finals, which I think this team has the potential to do that. What I got attacked about was they were like, if he's that good this year, he should have been the quarterback last year. And that's not how it works. That's not how things work. You grow, first and foremost, and this young man has grown as a player and as a developer. One of his biggest things, he was always good at practice. He was always good at practice. And then when the lights would come on at scrimmage, he just couldn't, it didn't manifest itself. And part of that was because he was so bad at getting over a mistake. Like if he threw an interception or whatever, the rest of the practice he was through. So he just didn't have that in-game big moment composure. That's one thing that he has fixed this year. Number 2 is he now has a quarterback coach. The guy who's the offensive coordinator now is his position coach.
Yeah.
So you add that in. Then you add in that you now have Grubb, a guy who also added, added, but is also more in line with what DeBoer wants to do. That raises Ty's ceiling a little bit more. And then the other part, and this is what, if you ever hear DeBoer talk, Paul, you'll hear him say, we want to trust our quarterback that we can call aggressive plays. We can call the ball explosive plays, but they'll take the gimme. They'll take the drop-off pass.
Yeah.
And that's what Ty has grown so much in this offseason, is that he just keeps drives alive by taking – no one ever covers the running back. Y'all know that, right? No one ever covers the running back anymore. If quarterbacks would learn to take that, and he seems to have taken that, then they can keep the drives alive. And then DeBoer said in a press conference, because we can trust him, that it won't be an explosive play or an incomplete, which that's what Bama did last year.
Yep.
We either scored really quick or we were 3 and out.
Yeah.
And so that's the biggest difference. That's why I think Ty will really, really have a good season. Now, if the rain kicks in tomorrow, could be another story. But but I do like that aspect of his game and feel really good about his capabilities.
Obviously.
And don't forget his legs.
Yeah.
Don't forget his legs.
That's what I was going to say.
Be sneaky. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say is, like, with Jam Miller being out and having the other guys coming in, which I don't think they're slouches by any stretch of the imagination, but his legs being able to be used and utilized, because a lot of people don't realize that he was a 5-star coming out of Tennessee. And the thing is that he's a coach's son. So that makes sense to me. It reminds me of like how Bo Nix was. Bo Nix played with his dad, and the thing is that you would see him when he would make a mistake, he'd be really hard on himself. And it sounds like that Ty Simpson kind of has that same kind of mold. And now everybody on the offensive side of the ball is looking at Ryan Williams. Obviously they need to, because he's such a great athlete. But the fact is that the wide receiver group this year is better to me than last year, but also more experienced as well. I love number 5. So tell us a little bit about that before we take our break. In about 3 minutes, we're going to have our break.
Okay. Yeah, without a doubt. I think DeBoer never said it, but it was a glaring weakness last year. That's why a 17-year-old became the superstar of the team and that group. But all of those guys have raised their bar. Ryan is better, a little bit bigger. Bernard, he's and I'm going way back, but he's just dependable. Steve Largent, the guy you just, or maybe Weddle or one of these guys that new guys. But I went my youth. Steve Largent was a guy. It didn't matter. Who he was playing against. When you needed him, he was going to be there. And I think that's what Jeremy brings, with more talent and explosiveness. And I think Isaiah Horton, this is what no one's talked about. You know that him and Ty grew up playing 7-on-7 together.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, that's part of why he chose Alabama, thinking that Ty would be the guy. And that connection has been really good. And then I throw one other connection in that you don't really think about, but guess who else I think you're going to see break into that, and that's Rico Scott. Well, guess who he worked a lot with last year? Ty Simpson to Rico Scott. So, so I think in every one of those first 4, you actually have a guy that he has something good about them. Ryan Williams is just, he's just elite special. I don't think it matters who the quarterback is, but Ty has something special with the other 3 as well. So when those 4 are out there, I think they can be really, really special, and they're definitely much improved over last year.
Yeah, and that's really what I've been looking at. As I didn't know those things that you told us, and I appreciate you telling us that, because whenever Greg McElroy was talking early in the season, early in camp, he was just saying, it's okay, it's good. And then I heard AJ say that we need to just be patient. It scared me. And so I'm not scared anymore. I feel really good about it. And just especially hearing some of that too as well. We got to take our break, and I appreciate Martin Houston being on here with us. Martin, if there's a possibility of next week we can get on with you after the game and kind of go through that, that would be awesome. I appreciate you so much.
anytime. You have my number. Just shoot me a text. Be glad to jump on anytime I can.
All right. Thank you.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Martin Houston, everybody. Thank you so much. And when we come back, we are going into the NFL and some college football. You're listening to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Get in the game. Call or text us now on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has your chance to win tickets to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He just kicked a 70-yard field.
Text to win a pair of tickets to watch Jacksonville's home opener. It's Jaguars versus Texans, Sunday, September 7th. Text the keyword Jacksonville to 850-215-6290. Text Jacksonville to 850-215-6290. Good luck from your radio home for the NFL. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Friday. The remainder of the day, a likelihood of thunderstorms and mostly clouds, and 86 with a light breeze out of the north at 7 miles per hour. Tonight, a likelihood of thunderstorms and some clouds with lows around 74. Tomorrow, partly cloudy in the morning followed by likely thunderstorms and a temperature near 82. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
And that's out of the ballpark.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Jaguars football is officially back. Be there as number 2 overall draft pick Travis Hunter, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, and new head coach Liam Cohen take the field for the first time during the 2025 NFL regular season. Secure your seats for when the Jaguars take on the Panthers September 7th by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Broadcasting from the CBC Construction Studios. This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Master, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Sports Blitz.
Right. It's 5 o'clock on a Friday. We made it to the weekend, baby. And not only did we make it to the weekend, we made it to the 3-day weekend for us regular folks. Jeff's got to work, but we don't. So we're pumped up about it. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got exciting weekend. The college football season is finally upon us. And man, we've got all of the games right here. You can hear the biggest games this weekend right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Tonight, Auburn at Baylor. Pregame starts at 6 right after the program with kickoff at 7 p.m. Now you say, why did they put a college game on the same night as Friday Night Lights? Well, they did it. I don't know why they did it. I wish they wouldn't have done it, but have no fear. You want to listen to the game? Download the ESPN Northwest Florida app, and you can listen to the game while you're watching your high school football game tonight. So it's free. You can listen in and check out them Tigers versus the Baylor Bears. Don't forget, also, we got the big one tomorrow, Saturday, Texas at Ohio State. Pregame starts at 10:30 with kickoff at 11. And then we do have the nightcap with Jeff's LSU Tigers taking on the Clemson Tigers. Pregame starts at 6 p.m., kickoff at 7 p.m. And don't forget, Sunday, we also still have more football. The South Carolina Gamecocks take on the Virginia Tech Hokies. And their game starts pregame at 1:30, kickoffs at 2, and then the final one at night. It's the Catholics versus the Convicts. Not anymore. But you got Notre Dame at Miami. Pregame starts at 5:30. Kickoff is at 6:30. This is exciting, and we've just got all kinds of football going on. Man, I'm pumped up. You guys are pumped up, and everybody should be pumped up if you're not pumped up because you're off work. We got a three-day weekend, and we got some great football to watch. Now, we also are giving away the Florida Gators tickets for tomorrow. So tomorrow, we're going to do that, and so today, we're going to take caller number 10. Caller number 10. So if you want to call in to get your free tickets, the number is 850-215-6290. So just keep calling. If you call in, he'll tell you your number, and then you can call right back, and then you will get it, and you can win your tickets. 850-215-6290. The Florida Gators in the Swamp. First game of the season. Going to be a packed house. Going to be powerful. I think it's actually sold out because everybody's wanting to know about DJ Lagway. He has been cleared to play. He is going to be there ready to play. So, guys, I'm pumped up about it. Is there one game tonight, tomorrow, or Sunday that y'all are looking the most forward to? I mean, obviously, everybody's looking forward to the Texas-Oklahoma or Ohio State game, I would say. Is there another game besides that one that you're looking forward to? Come on.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's LSU and Clemson, but, I mean, Notre Dame, Miami, I mean, not to write that one off, but that's the top three games. Bama's a fourth game.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Listen, let me go ahead and say this. I get it. I know you keep always wanting to put me down.
They're playing unranked
but they're top five for the whole. That's
top five.
Top five of the games of the week.
Yeah, they're
weekend.
the fourth biggest game.
I mean, they're the fourth biggest game. But
I mean, look at Auburn and Baylor. Neither one's ranked.
Right, but that's probably the fifth best game.
Two big names.
Right.
I don't know. I can't remember what order I put it in. Auburn and Baylor, I don't think was the fifth game.
You got Virginia Tech and South Carolina.
Yeah, that's a bigger game.
But you based it off of the rankings.
No. It's also potential and just the big name, the big school. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, what's Baylor? Oh, we're the biggest Baptist school in the nation. Big freaking whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, but it's Auburn. And this is
It's Auburn, yeah. It's Auburn, exactly.
Everybody
won a title like 15 years ago.
No, wait a minute. No, everybody wants to know what Hugh Freeze is going to do.
Oh, nobody.
Yes, they do.
No.
Auburn won 12 titles this past offseason.
Oh, you're right. They did.
It was 7.
You know what's the saddest one of all that they claimed?
All of them?
No,
The one from 1901?
No, the one from, was it 04 or 03? It was when USC played Oklahoma in the BCS National Championship, and Auburn was number 3, and I can't remember who they played.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think...
awful year.
I'm sorry to...
that one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Bad.
Let me interrupt you. Hold on. Hold your thought. We've got a winner.
Oh, we do?
Yes. Okay. So we've got a winner on the phone. And that winner is Dylan. Are you there, Dylan?
Yes, sir, I am.
Oh, man. Where are you calling from, Dylan?
Panama City, Florida.
Panama City. Now, Dylan, are you a Gator fan?
Yes, sir, I actually am.
Well, guess what, man? ESPN Northwest Florida is sending you to watch your Gators tomorrow. Bone Crusher will be telling you all of the details, but I want to talk to you for a minute. So we haven't had many Florida Gator fans on, and we haven't had a lot of the people. We've been trying to get in touch with them. Our schedules just haven't worked out. Are you looking forward to this year's Gator team?
I am. I really am. I think we had maybe a good shot, in my opinion. I'm really hoping for the best for our Gators this year, really.
Yeah. Well, you know what? DJ Lagway has been ranked as the third best quarterback in the SEC by most of the agencies that do the rankings. And you know what? I kind of tend to agree with him. He throws the ball well. He's a big, strong kid, and he can move. He's very athletic. But the fact is that he's the second year with Coach Napier. And, you know, I mean, people can say what they want, but that stuff matters. And so, Dylan, have you ever been to a Gator game before?
I have never been to a Gators game.
What?
Yeah.
Well, man.
I know.
This is huge, bro. This is huge.
This is big. That's why when I heard it, I took the opportunity.
Man, and the opportunity met you. So, man, I'm so excited for you, bro. I wish you could just be in the studio with us right now because I bet you're smiling.
I wish I could, too. I'll be celebrating big.
Well, man, I was yesterday.
Man, I'll tell you what, it just makes me feel so good, and you know, to be able to do this, Dylan, I want you to go and have a great time. Now, will you do me one big favor come Tuesday?
Yes, sir. What is it?
Will you call in on the show and let us know how your trip was and how much fun you had? And because I know that the Gators are going to bring home the victory for sure. And, you know, take all the pictures, man, and share them to ESPN Northwest Florida's Facebook page if you got Facebook, or if you don't, get a Facebook and do it. But take the pictures. And, man, we're just so happy for you, and we just want you to have a great time.
And go tailgating.
I really appreciate it. I'll definitely call up Tuesday and let y'all know how it was. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. Dylan, we want you to have a great time. And you're from Panama City, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, be safe and have fun. Dylan from Panama City, stay on the phone. Bone Crusher's going to get you taken care of so you can get your tickets, man. Have a good time, Dylan. But, man, that makes me feel so good. We gave tickets away to somebody that's never been to the Swamp.
A real fan.
A real fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's so excited.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to Gainesville, it was 2 years ago for tailgate. And, I mean, have you been to Madison for a Badgers?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see. Yeah. I mean, it's electric sometimes.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's the biggest thing.
If you weren't in Tuscaloosa, what other kind of tailgating you think you would like to do at some other university?
I would love to go. Now, not wearing my Alabama gear because LSU fans are toxic. I would love to go to LSU because of the food. I love seafood.
I'm telling
all
you,
that.
with the whole Brandon thing and all that, you need to go to Knoxville.
But that was going to be my second shot.
It's on the list, for sure.
Iowa. So you can wave at the Children's Hospital.
The beginning of the fourth quarter, they turn around and wave.
Is it that or is it?
It's the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it is the fourth. Yeah,
fourth quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's
neat. That's a great tradition. I love that one.
But as far as tailgates, you know, I would love to do LSU. I would love to do Tennessee. You know,
Madison doesn't tailgate that well.
You know what? I hate to say it's overrated. My daughter goes to Ole Miss.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, and I wasn't super impressed.
Yeah, you said it was kind of.
Yeah, they're all sober. And they have their food catered, and I'm like, you know, Louisiana, they're doing cookouts, you know, and they're getting wasted before the game. You know, it's a different atmosphere, you know. And I'm not saying there's a lot of Baptists, you know, at Ole Miss.
Yeah. Well, like in Kentucky, when we would go watch them, because my son plays in the UK marching band there at Kentucky, so we would go to all the home games to support him and to be there. Plus, we love college football, and we saw everybody. I mean, we saw LSU.
No, Kentucky loves football for about 3 or 4 games, and then it's basketball season.
Right. But what I'm saying is like they would go and be there, and the food was okay. There was like food trucks and stuff there that they would have. And so my wife, she liked this place called Drake's. It was an actual restaurant in Kentucky that they actually had a food truck, and they would make like the burgers and all that fresh there.
Fried chicken?
No.
That's not tailgating.
No, just that.
If you got fried chicken's not tailgating,
if you got
or
a food
trucks?
Yeah. Or if you're catering the food in, that's not tailgating.
Yeah.
Tailgating is you're cooking yourself. You're having a couple of cold beverages.
You can smell
maybe some warm shots, but
you ever go to restaurants and you smell that, you know, the slow cooker outside, like a barbecue? Ooh, it's like intoxicating.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we got to talk about it. We've got to discuss it. Micah Parsons is with the Green Bay Packers, and now both sides have come out and talked about it. Jerry's talked about it. Micah hasn't talked about it as much yet, but I'm sure the press conference coming, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions. And, you know, there's a lot of things that we have questions about. We have everybody that I've been listening to, and you guys can jump in at any time. When we look at it, everybody's jumping on the back of Jerry Jones. And I just don't understand it. I get it. I get where he's coming from as far as I get the people being aggravated about him. But let me, for just a second, ask you guys real quick. Jeff, I'll go with you first. So you 100% believe that Jerry fumbled this, that Jerry made the big mistake, and that Micah Parsons probably didn't do anything wrong?
No, I didn't say that Micah Parsons didn't do anything wrong. I just don't agree with when you sign a contract and then you say, oh, I'm not going to play and all this kind of stuff. You know, I just don't agree with it. When you put your name down on a piece of paper that's a contract like that, it's a legal obligation. You've already discussed it with an organization. You've taken a job, in essence. And you need to live up to that and not say, oh, there's 1 or 2 years left on my thing, and I think I deserve more money right now, you know?
Right.
I mean, I wish these guys would just play out their 1 or 2 years left on their contract, and then they become a free agent, and then you have a free-for-all game to say, okay, well, you know, the Cleveland Browns will pay me more, so I'll go over here and not win a Super Bowl ring. and that's the way I feel about it. This is the second worst trade of the year. Luka is the worst from the Mavericks.
I'd almost flip those two trades, but anyway. So from the player's perspective, they've been holding out for decades now. It's been in the 90s. Emmitt Smith held out in 92 because he wanted more money.
Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
So it's nothing that's brand new. It's nothing with these players. And these contracts are one-sided. The Dallas Cowboys can cut Micah Parsons or anybody at any point in time, and they don't have to pay out the rest of that deal. It's not guaranteed.
There's so much guaranteed nowadays. It's like 80-something% on almost every contract.
His guaranteed money was already paid out. He's got no guaranteed money on his current rookie deal.
But he already got it. You already got, if you sign a $140 million deal and you get 120 guaranteed, you've already got that money. So then, you know, let's say you have a 5-year deal and the rest of it is $20 million. That's $4 million per year. You've already got $120 million. It's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah. So you believe, so hold on. So
it's a legal contract and they signed it. So nobody forced them to sign it.
Hold on. So you believe that you're agreeing with him on the fact of that Jerry fumbled this.
Jerry did fumble this.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So you believe that. You believe that Micah. But where you guys, hold on, where you guys kind of disagree is the finishing of the contract compared to being able to negotiate during the contract because of the guaranteed money.
We just went through roster cuts down to the 52-man roster or 53-man roster. Player 54 till 90 signed that legal contract, some of them for multi-years. And the team goes, "You're gone. We don't want you no more." They don't have to pay any of that
outside of their signing bonus or what they signed as far as guaranteed.
Paid.
Yeah,
we've already witnessed.
So Micah Parsons had $18 million on this year on left of his rookie contract. He was not guaranteed that $18 million.
Right.
It was a sliver.
It's a sliver.
It's $18 million.
Okay, but time out. Let me throw this into there. He is their employee. Tomorrow at your job, Tuesday at your job, Monday at your job, they can walk in there and tell you, you're fired, you got to go, and there's nothing that you can do about it. They're not going to pay you anything except for maybe your PTO that you had accrued. But other than that, you're the employee. You're not the one calling the shots. You're not the one that can make that's what the whole contract negotiation is about. If you're worried that they're going to cut you, then if you're worried about that, then you should get your money up front. You shouldn't give the opportunity, or you should get more of a bigger percentage of the guaranteed money. And that's the biggest thing. And that's what they allow you to do.
If you've outperformed the contract that you signed, if you've landed way more 30% more planes than what you signed to do, You're going to walk up to your boss and go, hey, I'm landing more planes than Joe. Joe's making more money than me. I need to at least be paid as much as Joe, if not more than Joe.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're the one that signed the contract in the beginning. You're the one that signed on the dotted line and said, I will play for your group, for your team, for this amount of years, for this amount of money. And it doesn't matter what Joe down the street, it doesn't matter what your brother in the back, it doesn't matter what happens. As well as if you go out there and don't make tackles, then if you open that can of worms, then they're going to be able to come in and say, wait a minute, we're paying this guy $20 million. We're paying you $100 million. He's outperforming you. We're going to take away your contract and give it to him, and we're going to take his contract and give it to you. That's not how it works, and that's what you have when you have all of these contracts, when you have all of these people that you don't, it's a gamble any way you look at it. He could get hurt. He could underperform. He could not do well. He could be old. He could slow down. He could have a nagging injury.
The answer was sign him last year before these other guys got paid. And then you're looking at 35. You would have been happy to stay for Dallas at 35 last year.
Possibly.
Instead of holding out for 45 because Hendrickson got paid, because Watt got paid, because...
Why do we have to negotiate every year? Why?
Well, it's because they want what everybody else is getting.
That's not negotiating every year.
You know, it's a failure to compare yourself to other people.
Yeah, it's always I want more because I'm just as good as him. I'm not, and that's the thing. If you think you're better, then market yourself better at the beginning of the contract negotiation.
And the one team
he couldn't.
Well, that's because he signed his contract back whenever he first signed it.
He was slotted that money. He got the contract that the 13th overall pick got on his rookie deal.
Right,
but he had no negotiation skills.
Yeah.
But he had 2 years to work towards that, and he had the opportunity.
And Jerry didn't meet with him. He was going to sign for less because less was what the top guys were making.
Yeah,
right.
He had already performed to be the top guy.
But he waited.
It's not like Joe Flacco being the best or the highest paid quarterback, or Matt Ryan being the highest paid quarterback when he's the 12th best in the league, but he's the highest paid because he was the next up.
Right.
Micah Parsons is top 3 defensive player in the league.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't he be paid top 3 right now when he's in his negotiating window?
You know the team that's...
And that's a $15 million difference between top 3 last year and top 3 right now.
Yeah. And
that's on Jerry for waiting.
Okay, but time out. Yes, I agree with you. That's a great point. But at the end of the day, it's going to keep going up because it's like,
You're right.
Okay, well, since Trey Hendrickson signed for this and TJ Watt signed for this and Myles Garrett signs for this, now I should sign for this instead of playing out my contract, because at the end of the day, he had a contract. He was not out there practicing. I know he's got a back injury. I get it. And now he's a Packer, which you should be all happy about still.
He had a fake back injury. I'm not going to deny that at all.
You should be totally happy that Jerry made a bad decision on that.
I'm extremely happy Jerry made a bad decision.
But I will say this, guys, to kind of bring this thing back to the table. When you look at it, though, I thought my reasoning behind it. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to let you in on a little secret of what I believe. I believe that the Cowboys didn't get enough. I think he should have got one more pick. I think he should have got another second-round pick or a possibility of a first-round pick for the next third year.
Wow.
Because realistically,
that's a lot.
Okay, but you got to look at what he got. All right, He got 2 first-round draft picks for the next 2 years. Mm-hmm. And he got Kenny Clark, who's going into his 10th year. Mm-hmm. His stats were okay. He had a Pro Bowl season, which is that's reputable. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, they got a 10-year player and 2 possible college kids coming out. Now, if you look at it, if those are good, but I'm still in the ball game of one thing and one thing only. And I heard somebody else say it too. I never heard anybody say this. This come from me, but then I did hear it after yesterday's show. If he has their first-round draft pick plus Green Bay's first-round draft pick, he's got 2 first-round draft picks. The following year, he's got his first-round draft pick, he's got Green Bay's first-round draft pick. So he's got 4 first-round draft picks for the next 2 years. And I'm just telling you, whatever stinking quarterback has the greatest college football season of this year, they will trade 4 picks plus Dak, and they will get the number 1 quarterback coming out. Now, you're calling me crazy, but I'm just telling you, there's that possibility. Will it happen exactly like that? No. But there's a possibility that he could get his quarterback, and don't think for just a moment that he couldn't get his wide receiver or something else like an offensive tackle, that the best tackle in college football
or
coming in. Or get it. Well, he could get a second-round defensive end that could possibly be just as good. I mean, you know what I mean?
So let's talk financials and numbers.
Mm-hmm.
What's the dead cap hit for the next 3 years for Dak if he trades him away? Because he may not be happy with Dak. Cleveland Browns are not happy with Deshaun Watson. Unfortunately, it's like $12 million dead cap hit to get rid of Deshaun Watson.
There's ways around it.
What's this dead cap hit for the next 3 years for Dak because he just signed his deal?
Yeah, and there's ways around that, and you never know. You've got the Colts, you've got the Browns, and you've got these other teams that we don't know if their quarterback is going to – I mean, you got to look at it. The Saints, you got to look at Trevor Lawrence. Is he going to be the real deal this year?
Might get rid of Kyler Murray.
The Saints have so much money to spend in their salary cap.
Right, but I'm just saying there's ways around it. I'm just throwing it out there to you. There's a chance that Jerry won't be. I think we got to give it time. I know everybody's jumping on his back. I'm not a fan of the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys. I don't like Jerry Jones. But at the end of the day, we got to let this thing live a little bit, because at the end of the day, is Micah Parsons going to bring the Packers their first, for Jordan Love, Super Bowl? Now, we talked about it yesterday. Reggie White came to Brett Favre at 27.
Charles
Woodson came to Aaron Rodgers at age 27. Micah Parsons is coming to Jordan Love at age 27. So there's a possibility.
Vince is coming home, baby.
That we're looking at the Packers winning it. Now, who knows what's going to happen? The whole body of work. I'm going to tell you this right now. The only way we're going to know if the Packers really won, the Packers, to me, have to win the Super Bowl to win this trade. No. Because if the Cowboys still make the playoffs and lose in the first round, still make the playoffs and do whatever.
Yeah, playoffs.
They didn't make it last year. I get it, but they made it the year before. Yeah. And what I'm saying is if they don't lose more games because they lost Micah Parsons, and if the Packers don't win Super Bowl,
it's not that hard to go 5-12. That's what they did last year.
I know. With Micah Parsons.
With Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
And there's nobody that thought that they were going to go 5-12.
So here's what I find funny is the Dallas Cowboys are saying that this is 100%. Everybody was on board. Well, I'm pretty sure that the owner, Jerry Jones, knocked on the general manager, Jerry Jones' door and go, "Hey, Jerry, I think I want to trade Micah. What do you think?" "Jerry, that's a really good idea. I think we should do this."
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about all of the college football that you want to talk about and hear about. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Reach out and smack someone. Call or text now. 850-215-6290. The Red 7T Studio Line. Come on vacation.
Summer vacation. Hey, how's your vacation going?
Leave on probation.
Sheriff's deputies in Panama City Beach arresting 161 people during an out-of-control spring break weekend.
Welcome to the Emerald Coast. Have a great time at the beautiful beaches, but not like end up in the back of a police cruiser great. A friendly reminder from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good evening. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For tonight, a variety of very light showers and partly cloudy skies and a low of 75 with wind 1 to 5 miles per hour. Moderate rain and a possibility of thunderstorms tomorrow morning and quite warm near 81. A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain and 83 in the afternoon and evening. This is your Friday's weather sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
Great design is timeless, and that's why Tracy's Fine Jewelry inside Coin and Bullion Reserves offers a stunning selection of vintage, antique, estate jewelry on sale now at 40% off. Exquisite Victorian rings, Art Deco diamond brooches, Georgian and Art Deco bracelets, earrings, and pendants. These one-of-a-kind pieces add personality to any ensemble, and now at 40% off. Find your timeless treasure at Tracy's Fine Jewelry inside Coin and Bullion Reserves.
You found us inside the CBC Construction Studios. Marquee matchups, huge rivalries, and fan favorites. The college football headquarters on the Gulf Coast is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Sports Blitz.
And we're back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Don't forget, you can call in, you can text in on the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. Don't forget, tonight is high school football as well. If you're going out there, man, go cheer for the Mosley Dolphins and the Bay High Tornadoes as they play. Bozeman's playing, Arnold's playing. It's going to be fun. Let's have some fun out there. Everybody stay dry and safe. Guys, we have started the real deal. The college football last night, got in, started watching it. Man, it was a breath of fresh air just to see some of the games. And wow, right out the gate, the first game, Boise State gets curb stomped by South Florida last night. Did you guys watch any of it? It was awesome to see the old Boise State boys get it handed to them. I am not a fan of Boise State. What you think?
I watched a little bit. It was already over by the time I flipped it, and I was really waiting to see what my Badgers would look like. And I'm still waiting to see what my Badgers will look like.
Yeah, but the Boise State 34-7 last night just took it in the mouth. I mean, South Florida was awesome. I mean, their quarterback, I got his stats. He was good. Byron Brown, he looked great. I think he was like 30. I think he had like 175 yards passing, but he had 65 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, and that was the deal. It was seeming like that Boise State needs to learn how to tackle. They need to have some tackling drills because they would tackle him, they would grab him, and he just wouldn't go down. He would just run right through them. So Boise State being ranked number 25th. Now, did we even say that was a atrocity for them to be ranked 25th? Because, I mean, we made a big deal about Tennessee and Miami being ranked so high and this one and that one. Did we even mention Boise State?
I did mention it one time. That's pretty insulting for a playoff team to be ranked. So, actually, the comment I made was that they weren't ranked. But then I found out that they were ranked.
They were, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they were ranked 25th.
Yeah. I was like, it's an insult for them not be ranked. And then they were ranked 25th. I was like, okay, well, they should be ranked higher than that. That's pretty much disrespect. But the disrespect also comes from me because when I picked my 12-team playoff, I did not have Boise as the group of 5.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And that's the thing. Like,
you're saying absolutely not. A lot of people still stuck with Boise.
A lot of people said that Ashton Genty was a big deal.
Was a big deal, yeah.
He was.
I mean, he was good. I liked him for sure.
Boise State with Ashton Genty, playoff team. Boise State without Ashton Genty, not playoff team.
Well, I'm going to be curious to see. I'm not a big fan of Boise, so I don't know who they did lose as far as seniors and that kind of thing.
Well, the Heisman Trophy winner, Colorado, didn't make the playoffs to Travis Hunter. So with him, they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, but they're retiring Shedeur Sanders' number for going 500 for 2 years.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's true. That's
insanity.
Yeah, it is.
But to go back to your question.
So that's tonight's game. Colorado, Georgia Tech.
To go back to your question, this is why I don't think we should have preseason rankings, is how do you rank somebody that hasn't played a game, that you don't see on the field?
Because you used to have returning players.
Yeah, you would have
not as much anymore.
Yeah, and now let's look at it in a different perspective now as well. You got the NIL, which is more of a free agent market. So if you see guys like Carson Beck going over to a team like Miami, now you can see why they would get a top 10 pick or top 10 AP ranking because of his experience, because the college game is built on the quarterback.
Because he was pushed out of Georgia. Not because he played well at Georgia.
Well, his girlfriend was at Miami at the time. And
his car was at Miami at one time, too.
Yeah, and his making the money at Miami as well. So either way. But let's look at it. The good old Wisconsin Badgers, big-time game last night. They played against Miami of Ohio.
And they scored 3-0 at halftime.
Yeah, well, they lost their starting quarterback on the second drive.
But wait a minute. But they're playing Miami of Ohio. Ben Roethlisberger ain't there anymore.
That's fine. I am not a Luke Fickell fan.
Well, if he don't do better this year,
I was huge on the hype train when they got him. I love Luke Fickell with Cincinnati, what he did there, getting them in the playoffs. But the Luke Fickell I'm seeing in Madison has not done anything. They did air raid for 2 years, and it didn't work. It was the worst offense I've ever seen in my life, that air raid in Wisconsin.
Well, let's look at this, though, real quick. When you think about this, I got a perspective about this. There are coaches out there that when they are at smaller schools and they are in smaller divisions or smaller conferences where the teams aren't that great and they can recruit the 2 stars and the 3 stars, they're really good at playing good football. All right. But when you look at how they do, when you step into the 5 stars and the 4 stars and into the big boy conferences, they don't look as good. And that's what happened. That's the same thing that happened to Luke Fickell, because when he was at Ohio State, remember, he was the defensive coordinator for Jim Tressel at Ohio State. And when he got fired or dismissed or whatever, he was the interim coach, and he didn't do well at Ohio State at all, to the point to where, because he played at Ohio State, everybody loved him at Ohio State. I was living in Columbus at that time. They loved him, but there was no way that it was anything good for him to be kept there.
Here's another thing that he's battling is the admissions to get into the University of Wisconsin are very high. So you can't just go get a great football player. You've got to get them to get through the higher admissions than the other schools.
And I'm going to say this. Times have changed, okay? The time has really changed. Your Northwesterns, your Iowas, your Purdues, your Wisconsins, those teams of having those 3-4 year starters all their whole career, that time has passed, and those teams are losing now. If you're holding on to players and they're staying there for that long, it usually means they're not that good.
We had the right coach in the building.
Yeah, Brett Billum.
No. No, Brett couldn't. No, not Brett. Not at all.
He'll do way better than Luke Fickell, I can tell you that.
Okay.
I bet you. Do they play this year? Does Illinois and Wisconsin play?
Might.
I think they do.
Okay, well, they're gonna hand it to them, just so you know. Illinois, the Fighting Illini. You mark this down and write it down in blue or black ink. The Fighting Illini is going to walk all over them Wisconsin Badgers this year. Guaranteed.
So how do you feel with the Badgers being a traditional Big Ten team? Now that you'll have to go to the West Coast and play Nebraska or Rutgers or Maryland, the tradition's going out the window.
Yeah.
I mean, is it sad?
A little bit. I mean, there's no way that the Big Ten should reach the West Coast at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of didn't have a choice, though.
No. They definitely had a choice.
No, they had the Pac-12, and it wasn't good. Well, who else you got? I mean, when you look at what they had.
No. The Pac-12 was good. It was just that they weren't getting paid the money for the not advertising. But the TV money, because they're playing so late at night, the rest of the country's not watching. It's only them watching their game.
They're still not going to watch them. They're not watching them. They're watching Washington and Oregon, maybe USC.
Arizona State went to the playoffs last year.
I don't care what they did. Nobody's watching Arizona State.
Well, they were in the playoffs.
You can't name 3 people from Arizona State's team.
No, Scadaba's gone.
Scadaboo, the quarterback and the head coach.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Let's don't go there.
No. Let's be honest. Who won the Big Ten last year?
Oregon.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
Yeah.
The Big Ten can't even win the Big Ten. The Pac-12 wins the Big Ten in all the sports except for men's basketball.
Yeah, that's
they
about
won
right.
Baseball, women's softball,
volleyball,
women's basketball. Huh?
Who won the Big Ten in volleyball last year?
Penn State.
Wasn't UCLA?
No.
That was Nebraska?
It's probably Nebraska. I was thinking it was Wisconsin, but it was Nebraska. Wisconsin won the year before that.
Yeah. And then Nebraska finished 3rd in softball. It was UCLA, and I think it was Washington was 1-2.
Yeah, well, that's because they're
that's
way
awful.
better. Yeah, but to get back to the original point, the fact of the matter is that it just wasn't good football outside of Oregon and Washington, and really USC. They haven't been good, so their fans are still there, but they're kind of in the woodworks. They're not really watching because they're not. The Lincoln Riley project has not flourished. So when you look at Wisconsin, like I'm saying, the Northwesterns, the Wisconsins, the Purdues, the Iowas of the times past where they can come in and beat you because of controlling the clock and running the ball and playing good hard-nosed defense, those days are out the window.
Well, Indiana won last year.
Yeah, well, they changed it. But they changed their way they play, though. They don't play that same way anymore.
Look out
for
Nebraska this year.
And they didn't have.
Nobody had Indiana last year. No.
Nebraska's going to be making some noise in the Big Ten this year.
I don't know.
I watched them.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Let's go.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, let's go look at that. Last night, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Brittany Mahomes, all on deck watching the Nebraska Huskers play the Cincinnati. What's
Bearcats.
Bearcats. Yeah, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Dylan Raiola, is that how you pronounce it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a decent game. I mean, they call him Mini Mahomes. So he went 33 for 42, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, and they won 20-17. Had a pick right there at the end. So that kind of was to save the game. I mean, he picked it in the end zone. So against a Cincinnati team that I didn't think
not even average Big 12.
Yeah, I didn't even think they looked that good, and it just I mean, unless the Big Ten's really weak this year and they're only top heavy.
Al Davis says it best.
Is Nebraska an average Big Ten team?
Yeah.
I think they're going to make some noise this year.
Average.
Nothing better.
Yeah. When you say noise, what do you mean?
3rd, 4th Big Ten.
Wait, what? Nebraska's the 3rd or 4th best team in the Big Ten?
I see them making some noise this year.
No.
Other people are saying that, but I don't believe it.
You got Ohio State, you got Penn State, you got Michigan, you got Illinois, you got Oregon. I mean, there's no way. I guarantee you, if they play, I don't know what their schedule is. I don't know what Nebraska's schedule is, but if they play any of those 3 teams, they'll probably lose those games. They'll probably throw another one. They'll lose 3 or 4 games this year.
I think they've been losing to Iowa every year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Good.
Now, I'm a big fan of Matt Rule, though. Yeah. I think Matt Rule's a good coach. I think he probably is going to come to the SEC when those jobs open up.
I don't know about that.
But I don't see him being at Nebraska. He got his quarterback, and he got some recruits.
So,
but they're not gonna do anything.
3rd year Matt Rule at every one of his spots have made significant bowl games, and he took Baylor to the playoffs. Yeah, in his 3rd year.
Yeah,
he's 3rd year Nebraska.
Who did he have at Baylor though? Do you know?
Not RG3.
No,
not RG3.
I don't remember who he had.
Yeah.
I thought it was somebody that
it wasn't RG3.
I couldn't remember who it was.
Before the off-the-field scandals is the best way I can put it on the air.
Well, when we come back, we're going to be discussing tonight's ball games and Saturday games. You're listening to the Sports Blitz here at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Red 70s studio line is now open. 850-215-6290. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida broadcasts the biggest and best games of the week. We're your headquarters for premier matchups, huge rivalries, and fan favorites. The games of the week. Notre Dame versus Miami, Baylor at Auburn, and LSU at Clemson. The Gulf Coast headquarters for college football is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What's in store at our national sales event? A lot. And this month at Panama City Toyota, get 3.99% APR on the super stylish Camry, plus 90 days until you make your first payment, and 3.99% on the impressive RAV4, plus 90 days until you make your first payment. Get 2.99% on the ruggedly refined Tacoma, or get 1.99% on the hardworking Tundra. Let's put you in the driver's seat at Panama City Toyota.
Offer expires September 2nd. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
If you build it, they will come. We're live from the CBC Construction Studios. This is the Sports Blitz. We don't just talk sports. We start fires. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Don't forget to call in, to text in the Red 70s phone line, 850-215-6290. Gonna go talk about real quick, the only reason why we're able to do what we do is because of our lovely sponsors, AutoNation Ford of Panama City. You're looking for a new vehicle, a used vehicle, maybe your vehicle isn't running very good. Let the pros look at it at AutoNation Ford in Panama City. Go over there, let them check your vehicle out, and you know what? If it's time to let it go, let's let it go. They'll give you the highest percent for your vehicle and then get you in a good running vehicle that you like, because they've got so many options over there at AutoNation Ford in Panama City. Also, don't forget, if your vehicle is damaged, if your paint is chipped, dented, whatever it is, if it's not looking like it come off the showroom floor, go see those guys at Recommended Collision Center. See Brandon over there. He will take care of you. If you say that the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson sent you, I guarantee you 100% you're going to get a good discount, and he's probably going to give you a free cup of coffee. So there you go. So go see those guys, and it's going to be pretty awesome.
If your speed day went wrong, go see them.
All right, so we're going to go to the Red 70s phone line. We got Jack on the phone. Jack, are you there with me?
Yes, I'm here.
How you doing, Jack? What's going on, buddy?
Doing good, man. Just ready for tomorrow's game. I got the Knowles in Alabama.
All right, so are you a Knowles fan or an Alabama fan?
I'm a Seminole fan all the way.
Oh, man. So tomorrow you're going to be having a rough day because that tide's probably going to roll a lot.
I hear you. The thing, now I got a question for y'all. If and when we beat Alabama, by the way, it's going to be 28-24 Knowles.
Okay.
There?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm waiting. We're kind of shocked. We're kind of shocked, so we're just waiting. We're waiting. We're continuing to wait to listen to this tomfoolery. Go ahead.
But if and when we beat them, and I'm a realistic too when it comes to Seminole. We've had some bad years.
Seem like it.
But my question is, if we beat Alabama, do you think we're going to jump back in the top 25 since they're number 8, or we're going to be a few weeks before we get back in there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You'll be in there. There's going to be other losses on the top 25 tomorrow as well, because there's high-ranked teams play. And so absolutely, if that were to happen, which it won't, but if it did, yes, they definitely would be in there. And, the thing about it is that, I don't know, are you married, Jack?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you would, for me tomorrow, just make sure your wife's sitting beside you, because when Alabama scores all those touchdowns, she's probably going to need to hold your hand, because it's going to look pretty bad, I would say.
All I'm going to say is, that may the best team win. And the thing is, we've been down before, and we will make a comeback. And I think tomorrow's going to start it.
All right, Jack. Well, you know what? If they do, you can call in on Tuesday and rub it in my face. But if they don't, you can listen in, and I'll be talking some big-time smack on Tuesday.
I don't have a problem. I support my team win or lose, so I call in or whatever. Don't matter to me.
All right, Jack. Well, thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Guys, when you talk about tonight's game, you got Auburn versus Baylor, and we've already picked who we thought was going to win. But I'm telling you, after reading a little bit more about Baylor, this has got me a little bit scary, because this is their second-year quarterback. His name is Sawyer Robertson. He's got back with both wide receivers, who combined for 1,321 yards and 16 touchdowns last year. So his same wide receiver group is going to be back. And they averaged 34.4 points a game last year.
1,300 yards by two players combined. Is supposed to impress me?
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm not saying it's impressive for that year, but they're coming back.
Yeah. I get it.
So they're going to be better, or should be better than they were last year. Both of them, and the person throwing the football is better.
Yeah. Chemistry.
But the thing is they averaged 34 points a game last year.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah,
and I think that led the Pac-12. Obviously, I know that's not a big
Pac-12, Big 12.
No, Big 12.
Big 12.
So I know that's not a big deal necessarily, but 34 points a game is still a lot of points. And
of course, I'm not. I'll go and repeat it. What the heck? People say Big 12 never plays defense.
That's
They've
true.
said that for 20 years now.
That is true.
What is Dave Aranda known for?
Defense. What's that?
What is Dave Aranda known for?
Defense. He played at LSU as a defensive coordinator.
And where was he before that?
I don't know. Where was he?
Madison.
Oh. No.
And then he came.
Then he must be trash. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, he went to Madison, then he went to LSU. He definitely is trash.
Yeah, definitely trash. He's making his rounds.
Yeah,
he's in Waco.
Waco Baylor Bears.
No. I mean, 34 points though is very respectable points per game.
I mean, and that's the thing that for me, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, look at all the offenses yesterday. Look, the Big Ten is a four-way tie right now between Wisconsin, Rutgers, Minnesota, and Nebraska. And what did they all score? 20, 17, 17. And
13.
I mean, it's really bad.
Just win, baby.
They're not scoring. The Big Ten's not scoring.
4 yards in a cloud of dust.
And we're looking at who they're playing. Cincinnati, Miami of Ohio. I mean, come on, stop picking on the state of Ohio. I mean, it's really bad. But I think it's great that the SEC has a deal next year where they have to play a Power 4 team out of conference.
Is it next week?
Do you know about that? Next year.
Well, I thought that they had to change it because that was the way with the 9-game schedule. Because if you looked at it, Alabama was supposed to play West Virginia, and they canceled.
Yeah.
They canceled that.
And they
that
still
game.
have to play one Power 4 opponent.
Okay.
It's the deal for next year.
Is it next week or 2 weeks that we're going to get trucked by Alabama in Tuscaloosa?
Wisconsin, is playing Bama. They're playing 2. There are not many teams in anywhere. Actually, I'm sorry. I take that back. There's not many teams inside of the Power 4 that are playing 2 out of conference Power 4 opponents, and Bama's doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a lot of respect to that.
Yeah. Well, tonight also we got Georgia Tech and Colorado. Georgia Tech, I will like to say, is going to be wearing their primetime uniforms. They're all white with gold letters. So
that's pretty neat.
They kind of did that for prime, I guess, and that's pretty good because they're going to probably smack them.
He picked Colorado?
Yes.
And we picked Georgia Tech.
I did too, yeah. Georgia Tech.
We didn't write down my picks, so I can't remember.
He has it written down.
I got you. Yeah, we start them. So, yeah, Georgia Tech, I think, is going to massacre them. I don't think they're going to do very good.
Massacre.
Yeah, the guy the quarterback that they got coming in, he's not going to do it.
Well, not coming in. He's been there.
Yeah, not going to do it. They're not going to start the freshmen, so that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be crazy. I want to do something real quick. It'd be kind of fun. I want you guys to try to guess the games this week that had the highest ticket prices, and let's see if we can get the top 10. I don't think you'll get the top 10, but I think you'll get at least one. What we'll do is, Bone Crusher, do you want to be a part of this or no?
Well,
you want to sit this one out
here?
You want to sit this one out?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, you know the games, right? So you got to come up with the games. You need to know the schedule.
I got the highest ticket price game.
All right. Well, who's going to go first? I'll let you go first. We always go to older.
I'll take the low-hanging fruit and give me Texas, Ohio State.
Texas, Ohio State. That game is at $372. That was the lowest priced ticket.
The lowest?
Yep.
No.
The lowest price.
So it's the number
of
one.
all the tickets.
Yeah, of all the tickets, that's the lowest price. So that's number one.
Okay.
Number two, okay, keep going.
I'm going to say Notre Dame, Miami.
They are number 4.
Wow.
Notre Dame,
surprised
Miami,
it's that low.
$238.
Okay.
All right, Bone Crusher, who do you got?
LSU at Clemson.
LSU at Clemson is $311, checking in at number 2.
Wow.
Don't cheat.
I'm just looking up games. I don't.
All right, here we go.
He doesn't know all the games.
I don't know all 8 million games going on Saturday.
Yeah, you're good. You can go some of there.
If he gets number 1, he's...
Yeah. All right, so go ahead. What you got now?
Let me do Alabama, Florida State.
Alabama, Florida State clocks in at $249, which would be number 3.
Number 3.
Okay.
Yep. So now we're moving down. Now, number 5. Okay, go ahead. What you got?
Okay, now, are we talking about Thursday, Friday, and Sunday games?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to go South Carolina, Virginia Tech.
South Carolina, Virginia Tech comes in at number 9.
Wow.
At $94 for the lowest ticket. All right, Bone Crusher, what you got?
I mean, ones that haven't been called already are, y'all have already taken my highest ones off the board, because I was going to go with that Hurricane Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
Who's playing tonight?
How about Tech?
Yeah. Tech in Colorado.
That's a hot ticket.
Is number 7 at 112.
Respectable.
112. All right. Here you go, Ross. What you got?
Shoot. I'll pass this round. Oh, here we go.
He can't cheat fast enough.
I'm going to have to say, because
I'm not cheating. I'm just looking up who's playing who and who I did.
I'm going to have to say Tennessee, Syracuse.
Tennessee, Syracuse did not make the top 10.
Wow.
Did not make the top 10.
Don't tell Brandon.
Yes, they did not make the top 10.
He's actually going to the game?
He's going. Yeah.
Because they're cheap.
No. That's right. All right, Bone Crusher.
How about tonight's Auburn at Baylor?
Auburn at Baylor checks in at number 8 at 111.
So we're missing number 5 and 6 right now.
5 and 6 and 10.
Wow.
And I guarantee you're probably not going to get 5 for sure. All right, Ross, you got anybody?
Yeah, they had a good year last year. Old Dominion, Indiana.
Old Dominion, Indiana is not on the list. No, sir.
Figured
All right.
Indiana had a good year last year.
What you got?
Golly, some of these teams, I don't even know who they're playing because they're playing chumps.
They are.
Like Illinois is playing Western Illinois. I mean, that's not going to be on the list.
Yeah.
But I don't know who Penn State's even playing.
So you're going to say Penn State?
I'm going to say Penn State, whoever they're playing.
Nope, they are not on the list.
What chump are they playing?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Awful.
What you got?
Georgia Bulldogs.
No, sir. Georgia's not on the list. All right. Ross, who you got, buddy?
Arizona State, Northern Arizona.
No, they are not on the list. I told you this one's going to be really hard. All right, Jeff, what you got, buddy? Come on.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I know Minnesota played last night. I don't think they're going to be on the list. I'm going to say Michigan State.
Michigan State's not on the list. All right.
We gave away tickets for the Gators. How about them Gators?
Nope, they're not on the list. All right, Ross, how about you, buddy?
I'm out of guessing.
All right.
Let's see. Let's look at last night. Anything big?
All right, just for the sake of time, I'm going to read them off. Here you go.
Number 5.
Number 5 is East Carolina and North Carolina State, $167. Now, number 6, Nebraska and Cincinnati last night was $115. And pulling in the rear
at
number 10
UNC
is Texas A&M. And I think they're playing Middle Tennessee. Is that who it is?
The Blue Raiders. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
So you know
A little
what?
surprising.
You know who we didn't guess, which you would have thought might have been on the list, was TCU, North Carolina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You would
Belichick's
have
first
thought.
game.
Yeah.
First-
I'm shocked that not on.
Is that in Chapel Hill?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, that is shocking if it's in
Yeah.
Chapel Hill. If it's not, I can see why.
Well, real quick before we go, I want to make sure that if you're listening, if you're a parent, a coach, or just a fan of any of the high school games tonight and you're going to those high school games, make sure you call in and text us and let us know about who is the players of the game, because we will be giving away next week the Sports Blitz Player of the Week. JP Holsenbake won it this week, and hopefully
Back.
It's Bake.
Oh, it's Bake?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
thought you said back
He said
yesterday.
Bach.
Did I say Bach?
He said Bach.
He said back.
Coach said Bach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Bach?
Bach.
So I thought you said back.
So, okay.
I
so
know it wasn't
Wholesome-
bake. It was
okay.
not bake because that's how it's spelled.
He was bacon. That's
He
why
was
we said
bacon.
that. That's right. All right, here we go, guys. So we want you to have a great weekend. Don't forget, we won't be here on Monday. We will be back on Tuesday. You've been listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Have a great Labor Day weekend, everybody. We'll see you Tuesday.
The brutal hits. The heartbreaking turnovers. The roaring comebacks.
In for the touchdown.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida delivers the biggest matchups of the week from across the nation. Your college football headquarters on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.